Hey guys, MightyFlux here. Let's get down to business. What makes you stay and watch an anime? What makes you stick around for a series? What makes an anime good? Well, I know we're getting kind of a little personal here, but I'm going to try to answer that question today. This video is made with the intention to kind of establish a baseline or a guideline so that you know in future videos why I refer to a certain anime as good or bad. Full disclosure, this is my opinion, and you're more than welcome to go ahead in the comment section below and tell me yours. And when I watch a new anime, there are three things that I look for in an anime: the story and the writing, the characters and the development, and the artwork and the art style. Now for the story, I expect it to evoke feelings in me. I expect it to have solid characters and solid relationships. I want to feel the character's despair as a character suffers the loss of a loved one, or the loss of a crucial battle, or the joy of accomplishing something as if I was right next to him and that was seemingly impossible. I expect the story to have me at the edge of my seat. I expect plot twists and foreshadowing. I want to always expect what's to come, only to be pleasantly surprised or even shocked. This is perfectly executed in One Piece, more specifically in the Marineford arc. Oda is a masterful writer, foreshadowing events that are happening in the manga today, all the way back from the beginning of the manga over 15 years ago. Spoiler alert, in the Marineford arc, the main character's brother is taken captive. And the main character, along with some friends and allies, try to rescue him before his public execution. Throughout the entire event, you are rooting for the main character to free his brother and escape safely, and feel every blow he receives as he inches closer and closer to his brother, eventually succeeding in freeing his brother from captivity as they start to run away from the war. This entire time you are engulfed in hope and happiness as you seemingly see the happy ending in the horizon, only for it all to be taken away as the brother sacrifices himself to save the main character. All that joy quickly turns into sadness and despair, and then anger towards the killer, and later emphasizes this as you see the broken and dead eyes on the main character as he witnesses his brother's death before his eyes. To this day, it's one of the most powerful scenes in the entire series and a perfect example of great story, emanating a series of emotions from me as a reader. I love that, and it's one of the many things that have kept me hooked onto this series. Anybody that knows me knows I hold One Piece on a very high regard, but let's just try not to get into it. Moving on, the characters have to have a genuine human connection between each other and an honest development throughout the series. I want to feel the character's despair and suffering as he loses a loved one or a crucial battle, or the sense of accomplishment as if I'm right there next to him as he completes the seemingly impossible. This development can be of a good guy or a bad guy. A clear example of this would be Rio from Devilman Crybaby. His development from the beginning of the story to the end is a drastic one, but one that's done very smoothly. We should be able to relate to the character and see his ambitions and his goals and see what drives him on his journey. His goal should be something that we can clearly distinguish. If you want to become the Hokage of the Lee Village, then you need to be the strongest contender and defeat everyone who stands to take the title from him. The character will never back down in a fight and hold himself in high regards as if he is already the Hokage of the Lee Village. And just to throw one more example at you guys to paint a clear picture, the main character in Death Note, you can see his growth from a seemingly normal high school student to having an almost villainous and godlike persona, and even having to question if he is the good guy in the story. The art style is subjective, and I expect it to have the same care and craft that it went into the show as a whole. You don't need to have AAA graphics for a show that is very simple in nature and focuses on other aspects of the story and not so much the characters. To put it simply, imagine watching Attack on Titan, but a 3-year-old drew the animation. It's going to be very hard for you to be captivated by the struggle and despair Eren, the main character, feels throughout the story. As the old saying says, a picture says 1,000 words. I will leave this part a little open as it's mostly subjective and open to individual interpretation. But I've seen many people turn down a show only because of the graphics and the art style. Take that as you will. Before I sign off for the day, I do want to mention that I'm actually going to start doing more One Piece specific videos in the future. I've had many people ask me questions and my own opinion on One Piece, and I've also seen many people have a hard time jumping into the series. It's very large and almost overwhelming. So I plan to make that transition just a little bit easier. More on that on later videos. As always, my name is MightyFlux. You can catch me on Twitter at Mighty_Flux. Take it easy. I'll see you guys on the next one.